While a lot of us were just ringing in the new year, something fundamental was shifting in the world of artificial intelligence. It's pretty wild to think about, but over just a single weekend, AI started to evolve from a simple chatbot into something way, way more powerful. And folks, this isn't just another update. This is the start of a whole new chapter we're calling the Agentic Era. So, what exactly is the Agentic Era? Well, think about it. We're all used to AI as a chatbot, right? You ask a question, it gives you an answer. But that model, it's quickly becoming a thing of the past. The Agentic Era is all about AI systems that you can give a complex goal to, like, say, launch a new marketing campaign, and they just handle it from start to finish. They plan, they reason, they execute, all on their own. In other words, they don't just talk anymore, they act. And hey, don't just take my word for it. Microsoft's own CEO, Satya Nadella, absolutely nailed it when he said that 2026 is the year AI moves from hype to utility. And that's really the heart of the agentic era. We're moving past promises of what AI could do someday and into a world where it's delivering real, tangible results right here, right now. Okay, so what's actually powering this huge leap forward? Well, it all comes down to a brand new class of super specialized AI models. And these aren't just small incremental improvements. We're talking about a fundamental change in what AI is even capable of. In this new era, it's not about one single model to rule them all. Nope. It's all about specialization. You've got Google's Gemini 3 Pro, which is kind of the all-around champ for text and vision. But for really complex coding tasks, developers are flocking to Anthropic's Claude Opus 4.5 because its reasoning is just so darn reliable. And then there's a third player that really changes the whole board. And that brings us to Mistral Large 3, which is, and I'm not exaggerating, a total game changer. For the very first time, we have an open weights model. That means its core design is public, that can go toe-to-toe with the closed proprietary systems from giants like Google and OpenAI. This is huge. It basically democratizes access to top-tier AI and puts incredible power into the hands of developers everywhere. Of course, these breakthroughs aren't just happening in some university lab. They are being fueled by an absolute tidal wave of investment. The biggest names in technology are going all in, and it's crystal clear that the agentic era isn't just a side project. It's their number one strategic priority. Just take a look at that number, $22.5 billion. Let that sink in. That's not a company's annual budget. That's a single investment. That staggering number, that was SoftBank's massive bet on OpenAI. And it really tells you everything you need to know about the scale of the ambition here. This money isn't just for building slightly better models. No, it's for creating the actual global infrastructure needed to run these powerful AI agents everywhere, for everyone. And the spending spree doesn't stop there. Meta went out and bought a top agentic AI startup called Manus with the goal of bringing AI agents to small businesses through platforms like WhatsApp and Messenger. At the same time, the rumor mill is churning that the chip giant NVIDIA is about to scoop up AI 21 Labs for around $3 billion, a classic strategic move to control both the hardware and the AI software that runs on it. But, of course, all this incredible software, all this mind-boggling investment, it all needs something to run on. This new age of AI demands a completely new generation of hardware. And let me tell you, the battle for who builds that foundation is just getting started. And we're seeing this hardware battle play out right now at the Consumer Electronics Show. You've got Intel showing off its new Panther Lake chips, promising a massive 50% performance jump specifically for AI-powered PCs. On the other side, you have AMD, which is using its AI tech for what it does best, gaming, specifically to make graphics look even better. Two very different strategies, but they're both racing toward the same agentic future. But if we look beyond these traditional chips, something truly mind-bending is starting to emerge. I'm talking about a breakthrough from scientists at the Indian Institute of Science that honestly sounds like it was pulled straight from a science fiction novel. So get this, they've created molecules that act as both the memory and the processor. Here's how it works. The molecules store information in their actual physical shape. Then, when you apply an electrical signal, they literally rearrange themselves to perform a calculation. This means we're on the verge of hardware that doesn't just run code, it physically learns and adapts its own structure. The implications of that are just staggering. So let's step back for a second. We have these revolutionary new models. We have billions and billions of dollars in investment. And we have hardware that is fundamentally redefining what computation even is. What does it all add up to? Well, it brings us right back to that word Satya Nadella used, utility. Because the ultimate goal here, the whole point of all of this, is to create what are called multi-agent systems. And this is where the agentic era really comes to life. I want you to imagine not just one AI, but an entire team of specialized AI agents, all working together to autonomously run entire business functions, marketing, sales, logistics, customer support, you name it. This isn't a sci-fi dream. It's what's being built as we speak. And this all leads to the final and most important question for every single one of us. As these autonomous systems become more and more integrated into our world, what does that mean for our role? When you have teams of AI that can execute incredibly complex tasks without a flaw, what is the one uniquely human skill that suddenly becomes the most valuable asset of all? That's something to think about.